Congrats, Mr. President.
Thank you. What's this?
A copy of what you promised the nation.
Oh, I almost forgot. Thanks.
So when do you start fixing the roads?
What roads?
You promised to construct new roads.
Oh, you mean the roads to my financial success? When can we get a loan from the IMF?
In some weeks' time.
Good, set it up. What's number 2 on the list?
Number 2, you promised the
First
nation.
of all, there was no pinky swear, so there's no evidence of promise. Therefore, take off that word and replace it with trick.
You tricked the nation that will be free healthcare and education.
Let me ask you one question. Do you see me waving the wand around here?
No, Mr. President.
Good. As you can see, I am not a very good father. Nothing in this world is free.
But Mr. President, these are...
What's the next trick before I fire you? My presidential ego is boosting.
You tricked the nation you would increase job salaries.
Are you sure I wasn't drunk?
Typical situation of the Nigerian leadership, right? Make promises that they do not even have plans to fulfill. It's clear that a lot of these promises that they made at the point of electionary were supposed to bamboozle the people and get them. Of course, not everybody believed in their promises, but somehow we're in this dogjohn. And then repeatedly the people, why I am very hard on governance and leadership is because I expected that leadership is not rocket science, I know. But then I'm also very sure that good governance is not supposed to be very difficult. If you listen enough to the people, if you are not enclosed in a wall with sycophants, mediocres, and conscienceless people around you, you'll probably be able to see that the people do not ask for so much. I'm sure. I've said it several times. If the power situation in Nigeria is fixed, it's given the appropriate attention. The way we do politics, with the way we involve ourselves in desperate politicking, if we do that same and say, as a president, I expected, for example, that the Bola Ahmed Tinubu would not have continued from where Buhari stopped in giving himself Minister of Petroleum. He would have been the same Minister of Power, and he vows a power. If 24 hours power supply is given to Nigerians, and I'm not saying Lagos and Abuja, in all local government and communities in Nigeria, I can tell you 50% of the problems of an average Nigerian has been solved, because the investment in generators, in alternate power supply, in solar, my friend Beauty has, and then I'm not saying he built a small house, not duplex, not a small house of about 4 bedrooms, and he invested over 8 million naira to having alternate power supply, solars and inverter. 8 million only for that. And this is plus and minus the generator he has bought, the fuel. So he has to have a combined effort to putting that in place. So a government that gives the people power, basically, at least for basic reference, power, you solve 50% of the problem. Businesses could run without having the high running cost of going to you, because a lot of I spoke to a barber not too long, and he told me that on an average, what he takes home from his business at the end of the week would be less than 5,000, because over 70% of what should have been profit is reinvested back in running, fuel, and generator maintenance. So you see how some of these things are quite simple. Invest in power. Take out time to say, if by way of resumption, by way of urgency, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, 29th of May 2023, declared the state of emergency in our power supply, and put not this available guy, gather the best of hands to say, we are fixing our Minister of Power, and we are fixing the power situation in this country. By now, there would have been huge. I'm not this one that I was still having national grid collapsing, and it is a normal thing. It's now sung in the lips of the people, and melody in the ears, sung in the lips of the leaders, melody in the ears of Nigerians, and it's appalling. Fix these things, basically. All these promises, all these agendas, where does it turn to? These people do not even demand for so much. Just the people are already used to being independent. Everybody runs their homes as if they are president and governors. Everybody. At the point I was in Nigeria, everything rested on me. I made plans for everything myself. So if you give us power, you solve half of our problems, at least basically. And let's say, for example, I've been saying it, a government come into being and say, I will not be able to do anything. I want to restore 24-hour power supply to this country. That government will forever be enshrined in the good books of Nigeria. But unfortunately, we play too many politics with deceiving ourselves. We close our ears and eyes and nose and mouth to people that are supposed to give us the valuable advice. And in 2027, they'll be back here singing the same song, repeating the same lyrics, but this time with a touch of lies and propaganda, to saying that they have invested enough in a way that it would materialize into dividends of democracy, cruise control, autopilot dividends of democracy, if you allow them to get to power. And some idiot will say, listen to them and vote for them. Shame on all of you. The people deserve the leaders that they get. Mumu.